So this is the fixture that I've installed. The wiring is coming out of the fixture, so in a simulated installation, the wiring would be coming from the fixture over to the battery box. We've run the wire inside of the battery control box, and what we do now is we're going to connect it up to the solar charge controller. The solar charge controller has an output here. You'll see that indicated by a small compact fluorescent light bulb. And you'll connect the negative to the light fixture. This is the light fixture. You'll connect the negative output of the light fixture into this terminal right here where you see a negative. The positive will come over here to this terminal lead here. So it's a red wire, and that would indicate to you that you would connect it to the positive power. Black would be negative, and in all cases the positive would be red. So we've made the connection. Okay, now let's close up the box. This is the bypass switch that I showed you earlier. By turning the switch on and off, I can activate the fixture. So let's go ahead and try turning it on. Alright, beautiful. And turn it off. Alright, there you go. That's an example of how you would use the control box switch to be able to turn the Solaro Day fixture on and off. This is just one way. As I told you earlier, you can connect it up many different ways to control the light fixture. Is you can run the wire from the battery box to the room where the Solaro Day fixture is installed, and you can put a hardwired switch right on the wall, very similar to how like an electrical switch would work. You can also order a Solaro Day dimmer. We have a couple of different varieties of the dimmer. The benefit of the dimmer in a battery backup situation is you can extend the runtime of the light when running on battery power. So we recommend that very, very strongly when you're using a battery backup system to extend the runtime. Just order the dimmer, and that way you can turn the light way down, and instead of having a 4 or 6 hour runtime with the 12 amp hour system, you can run it for say 12 or 24 hours if it's very, very dim. So consider that to be part of the system when using the battery backup. Let's go over some of the features and how you would use the power port on the front of the Solaro backup battery system. You can turn off the lights if they're not needed in the house, and then you would open up the power port. Then you would take that plug-in cigarette adapter that I talked to you about earlier and simply firmly plug it in to the power port, and then turn on the inverter. This is an inverter right here. This one here is 150 watts. I would not go over 300 watts in this system, otherwise you'll consume too much current. Now we do have that safety switch built in here, where if you try to pull more current than what we'd like you to have, then this will simply turn off. Then you would take the load. In this particular case, we've got a small fan just to demonstrate to you how the system works. And we plug the fan into the electrical outlet, and you can see the fan turns on and operates. This fan would can indicate, for example, a computer monitor. It could be a medical device in the house, or it could be any other type of device that would consume less than 150 watts. Just look at the appliance that you want to connect to this, and on all appliances sold in the United States, there must be a label on the side of that device which would indicate the power draw. But that's pretty simple. That's how it works. So you have access to 120 volts power from our simple and yet inexpensive Solaro. Okay, for this part of the video, I'm going to show you how to mount the solar-powered battery backup system on the wall. I'm going to show you how to mount and run the wiring from the solar panel and the wiring from the light into the control unit, how it wires up and how it works. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mount the box on the wall. So select a good location for mounting the box. I'm going to use a level to make sure that I have this exactly level. And then I'll mark the holes through the feet on the back onto the wall. Okay, great. Now that we've got this mounted on the wall, let's go ahead and take care of the battery up first. It's very important. The battery has to be powered up first before the wires for the solar panel are connected. Otherwise, you can damage the controller. So we're going to go ahead and put our positive lead here, our negative lead here, and that's going to make the lights light up. And now we're going to connect up our wiring from our solar panel to the controller. And the wiring for that is right over here on the left. Okay, once you've made the connection of the solar panel to the charge controller, you'll see the green light come on here. So now you've connected the battery to the charge controller, the solar panel to the charge controller. Now you have your green light. Okay, we've got the Solaro solar power generator installed. Let's go over some of the features and benefits. First of all, just to recap, the battery is a 12 volt, 12 amp hour battery. The solar charge controller will keep the battery charged at the optimum level at all times. We've got the indicator lights that let you know that we have solar power available to the solar charge controller. Let you know that we have 3 different states of charge: high, medium, and low, and then a disconnect, which tells you the battery is very low. On the front of the control unit, we have the on-off switch here. This room right now is being lit completely from one SD 2200. That's a 2200 lumen fixture. I'll flip this switch and give you an example of what happens. Pretty good, huh? So that's the energy that's being delivered from the stored battery on the inside to the Solaro fixture. This port right here is a very useful port. Any cigarette lighter type adapter that you would normally plug into your car cigarette lighter, like a flashlight or an MP3 player or your cell phone, can be plugged into this adapter. As well as you can take any low wattage up to a 300 watt inverter and plug that into the outlet as well, and you can get 120 volts up to 150 to 300 watts. Very useful for example, a fan or perhaps a medical device, a critically needed 110 volt power source. Remember, we do have larger systems. The next size up from this is our 36 amp hour system, and then we have custom sizes above and beyond that product. So I hope this video was very helpful, going over some of the features and benefits of this system. And my suggestion is every home in America should have this. In case of a natural disaster like an earthquake or a tornado, or even something worse than that, it'd be nice to know that you always have one source of power in your home that you can rely on. It doesn't require the use of diesel fuel or gasoline. Diesel fuel and gasoline is kind of dangerous to have stored in your garage. This system is going to be operating every day, 365 days a year, with no gasoline, no fumes, and it's very difficult to steal a solar panel that's mounted to the top of your roof, whereas a generator would be quite easy for someone to steal. So order them today, get them installed as soon as possible so that you'll have the security knowing that your family will always have a source of power in your home. Very reliable source of power, I might add. The system comes with a 25-year warranty on the solar panel and a 5-year warranty on the system here, and a 3-year warranty on the battery. So give Solaro Energy a call today and find out more about this wonderful new product.